So this video wasn't supposed to happen. What I wanted to do this week actually was a trip report to my first ever BattleTech tournament in Magdeburg, Germany, where on the 17th of December they had a Christmas tournament with some unseen mechs. Instead, I got corona and I couldn't go. Awesome. So instead I want to do like a little bit of a channel update here with some hobby progress and stuff like that in preparation for the end of the year here. First things first, maybe you can hear it, but I got a new mic. I started this channel purely because I wanted to put some information out there on some models, and thus far I've been making all of my videos on just Apple headphones, but the mic there seems to have this tendency to pick up on every little movement I make, and it started to get to me because if I have at least some people watching and listening to these videos, I'm sure they're going to be driven nuts by the constant like sound you can hear. I've done a couple of tests on this microphone and it seems to sound fine. When I do a little bit here, I'm shifting around a little bit, you can't hear any of that on the mic, or like you can, but it's not distracting, so I'm pretty pleased. It's not an expensive microphone, it was like 25 euros or something. Very pleased with it. So if you intend to stick around on this channel, do look forward to some better sound quality here. As for my second thing here, some hobby progress stuff. I've been trying to paint some miniatures. Not going to be showing all of them, but I got the urban lands, and my girlfriend wanted to paint a miniature, and she did paint up the raven, and I would say she did a great job. It was her first miniature ever, and I told her to pick the color scheme, and she came up with something pretty interesting. Now I won't be showing her miniature because I don't know if she wants everyone to see it, but I will be showing my attempts at her color scheme here. It's this orange teal-ish scheme. That's my first attempt at the color scheme, and here's the second. I just finished the Enforcer. I've yet to play with any of the Urban Lands mechs, but I am looking forward to using them, all of them. Hunchback should be interesting with its AC-20, and I think Enforcer should be a very good, like an all-arounder mech for various kinds of situations. So I'm looking forward to it. As for painting them, I have discovered that painting orange and yellow is a pain in the fucking ass. You need so many layers of orange. Maybe it has to do with I've been trying to use this Army Painter Mythical Orange. Now I've been generally very pleased with Army Painter stuff. They're very there's a lot of them. I just got the hobby kit. I've still not used all of them, even though I've painted a ton of mechs. But this stuff is so runny, and the pigment just doesn't stay on. So I need like 3 layers of it until anything is actually orange. It's a pain in the ass. But I feel like I'm getting better. I think the major differences here is the leg here with the most orange paint. The Hunchback's leg, I mean, it looks alright, but it could be better. I would say the Enforcer's leg looks a lot better, a lot more controlled, a lot nicer. So maybe I am getting better with painting the orange stuff. I also like the color scheme. It brings a bit of a different pop to the proceedings, to the battlefield, than my other color schemes thus far that have maybe a little bit more toned down color schemes. But it does look great. I think it does pop out on the battlefield. In a previous video I talked about which mechs I'd like to get in the future. Those plans have since shifted a lot. I've made a lot of lists and tried to come up with lands compositions that make sense and complement each other. So eventually when I want to play these companies against each other, they'd have like a pretty decent time against each other. I think my next purchase is going to be the command lands, because that's going to give some mechs to each of these companies. I do think the Marauder and the Stinger, or is the Wasp, I can't remember. Well, the other light mech, those are going to be for the new group, whereas the archer is going to go for the white and red ones, and the Valkyrie is going to be for the black and gold ones. And from there on, maybe I'll be looking at the Kickstarter upcoming in March, see what kinds of mechs there are. I do like a lot of the mechs in the current boxes, but there's also some stuff I don't want, so I don't want all of the lance boxes. For example, I don't want the one that has like the Cataphract and the Axeman, because those are mechs that come later in the timeline, like a couple of those. So those aren't mechs I'm going to be able to use every time. So I don't particularly want those quite yet. What I'll also probably do next year is going to be trying to get into some clan stuff. I'll be getting those, so if I do, and when I do, I'll update on the channel as well. Now for the third subject on this video, the future and the present of this channel. I started this channel purely because I wanted some more information out there on some Death Ray Designs products. I'm a big advocate of consumer of informed consumers. I want people to know what they're buying, if they should buy something, if they should get something, especially if it's a hobby, because I don't want people to waste their money and time on something they don't actually want. And I feel like I've been successful in that regard. I've had some comments talking about the miniatures, and maybe someone has already got them and everything. So I'm pretty pleased with that. I do intend to continue that. I have some more Death Ray Design stuff here waiting to be opened up and painted, but I do also want to look at some other interesting models, maybe some proxies, also by Death Ray Designs, but maybe by other people as well. I want to look at some game aids for BattleTech, like tabletop stuff, maybe other stuff as well. Also, of course, there's going to be the hobby updates, like the miniature stuff. And I've also got some very, I hope at least, some quite interesting special content here. I've got my hands on some interesting BattleTech dice I'll be showing off at some point, and also a 25-year-old box set of BattleTech, which I'll be unboxing at some point. I'm constantly looking at eBay, seeing if there's anything interesting I could get and show on this channel. So look forward to all of that. Oh, and also I do want to make some more general BattleTech rambling stuff. I've got some ideas on a video about how to demo BattleTech to new players, if you're a new player yourself, like me. And also I want to talk about some ways to make your gameplay a little bit quicker, because BattleTech is a very, very slow game if you're especially if you're just starting out and trying to remember all the rules. So I got some ideas there. So that's pretty much what you can expect for this channel in the next year. As mentioned before, and as you can hear right now, everything with a somewhat nicer audio quality. I'm a big YouTube watcher myself, and I do appreciate content that is actually, pleasant to watch and pleasant to listen to. So I do hope that you'll have a decent time on at least the audio front there in the future. I don't have many expectations for this channel. I don't expect it to blow up or anything. I just want to put out some information and some help for some BattleTech players out there. So I will try to keep the updates sort of consistent. Maybe you've noticed I put out a video every Friday or so. I do want to keep that up. But if I don't have any ideas for videos, I won't be doing anything. So that's just how it's going to be. I do have a job and other life as well. The last video of this year is going to be next week. That's going to be the unboxing of the Secret Santa mech I got it here. Haven't opened it yet. I want it to be a surprise for me on video. So look forward to that next week. Other than that, I do wish you all a very nice Christmas time, or whatever you're going to be celebrating. I hope you get some time to spend with your family and friends. But that's it for this time. Thanks for watching and listening. See you next time.